Paging Aitken Robertson to courtroom number 2. The jury is back with a verdict. Members of the jury, how do you find the accused? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty on all accounts, Your Honor.
Welcome back to Legally Speaking, brought to you by Aitken Robertson Criminal Defense. I'm your host, Melanie van Aarde, a licensed paralegal and dedicated to exploring legal topics and offering valuable insights. Today we are focusing on W.A.S.H Court. And joining us to discuss is Dawn Quelch, a criminal defense lawyer from Burford Law, who will share her knowledge and experience regarding W.A.S.H Court. Stay tuned as we delve into this very important topic. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, Mel.
How are you?
Oh, things are good.
I'm glad. Dawn, what is W.A.S.H Court? It sounds very strange. Can you maybe elaborate a little bit?
Certainly. Well, criminal justice is full of acronyms, and that's what W.A.S.H is. So W.A.S.H, W-A.S.H, is an acronym for Weekend and Statutory Holiday Court. As some of you may know, the criminal code in Canada gives a constitutional guarantee to anyone who is placed under arrest that they have the right to be brought before the court within 24 hours of being arrested. Now, in some jurisdictions, there are courts run later, and we're all familiar with the old sitcom Night Court. We don't actually have one of those in Ontario right now. But if you happen to be arrested by the police on a Friday or Saturday evening, the courts themselves mostly run on bankers' business hours, Monday to Friday. So what happens to those people and their right to go to court within 24 hours if you're picked up on the weekend? Well, that's what W.A.S.H Court is for. So Ontario's W.A.S.H courts have been significantly modernized in the last 20 years. It used to be that if you were arrested on the weekend, you might make a cursory court appearance, sometimes just by telephone, long before the days of Zoom, and that the court would be staffed usually by a justice of the peace and often just a police officer. There'd be no lawyers present, and it was more of a formality. And so you would have your constitutional right met by appearing in that court, and then you'd be adjourned back into the business day. That was not really what was intended by the constitutional guarantee in the criminal code. It's meant that you are to have a meaningful appearance where the right for the state to hold you or to have you under charge is explored. They've got to have the right paperwork in place in order to keep you from what you were doing before you were arrested. So now, W.A.S.H courts are staffed by duty counsels as well as Crown attorneys, and you can have a bail hearing run on the weekend in the province of Ontario. It is somewhat of a skeleton staff, and so if you are arrested on the weekend, you may encounter either a lawyer or a duty counsel who tells you, you know what, you're going to do much better during the week. I'm going to recommend that you allow me to adjourn you into Monday's bail court to have your matter heard. And sometimes that's because the W.A.S.H court usually deals with all of the arrests within a region, so they can get quite busy at times. The courts aren't the only institution that primarily runs on regular bankers' business hours. So a lot of the adjunct services upon which the court depends, such as probation and parole, such as a bail supervision program, addictions and mental health services. A lot of those agencies aren't operating at full staff on the weekend either. So in the context of, say, an allegation of domestic abuse, a Crown may say, well, look, we might consent to your release on a bail, but we need to hear from Dr. So-and-so, or we need to hear from the social worker from the Children's Aid Society before we can agree. And they simply can't get that information on the weekend. So sometimes you do end up being adjourned out. It's important that if you are arrested on those off-hour times, that while you're waiting for that phone call at the police station from the duty counsel to prepare, that you organize your thoughts somewhat. It's important that you're prepared to listen to the duty counsel and what they have to say about what the allegations against you are, what your actual charges are, and what the Crown's position on bail is. If you have a lawyer in mind, that's when you should be letting duty counsel know who that lawyer is, because duty counsel will attempt to reach out and notify them that you are going to be before the court. And even if the lawyer that you've picked doesn't necessarily work weekends or isn't able to come and attend your appearance, they can provide the duty counsel with instructions about how to handle your matter. They can convey critical information to the duty counsel, and it ensures that if you do need to come back into the regular bail court during the week, that appearance will be productive. So I always recommend, even those who plan on hiring private counsel, if you haven't been able to get a hold of anyone at your lawyer's office because you were arrested at 11 o'clock on a Friday night, take advantage of that duty counsel option and simply give them the name of who it is that you wish to hire, because they can help keep the ball rolling even when everybody's office is closed.
Thank you so much, Dawn, for giving us a little bit of insight into that very strange acronym. And thank you for everyone else for joining us at the Aitken Robertson YouTube channel. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, take care. Thank you for tuning in to Legally Speaking, proudly brought to you by Aitken Robertson Criminal Defence. We represent clients facing criminal charges all over Ontario, providing you with legal support and dedicated advocacy. If you enjoyed this episode and want to see more content, please like and subscribe to our channel. For more information, visit our website. We also offer free books on various types of criminal charges, which you can request on our website or by using the QR codes on your screen now. For legal assistance, call us today or visit our website to request a meeting with one of our experienced lawyers or licensed paralegals. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Legally Speaking.